Prescott Van Meyer III, sommelier from home. In today's episode, we're doing a legend in the beer community, Guinness. So I'm excited about this episode because it's not only just a tasting, it's also my food for the day. Though budget-wise, these are all my calories. Just like sailors on the high seas back in the day who were given their allotment of beer, here's my allotment for the day. It's like a loaf of bread in a can, toasted to frothy perfection. Can you toast froth? I don't know if you can toast froth. If anyone can do it, Guinness can. Now, Guinness has been around since 1759, and I imagine the recipe hasn't changed much. Just like the very staunch laws of making beer in Germany, Guinness has such a long history, probably the same recipe, kicking around for a long time. Did they have nitrogen widgets inside the can back in 1759? I don't know. I'll bing it. Now, I imagine if you brought one of those around back in the day, you're liable to be tied down to the ducking chair, dunked in the water. That's a witchcraft joke. Bing it. Go ahead and bing Ireland, St. Patrick Witch Massacre. He killed a lot of pagan females. Was not that good of a dude. To be honest with you. Pretty dark time in history. Anyways, this is a fantastic beer. If you find yourself in Ireland, all you have to do is walk up to the bar and say, "Give me a pint of the black stuff." And this is what you're liable to get. Not a can though. I'm sure they'll pull a draft for you. I do want to apologize for not having a draft glass available. Dean seems to have either broken everything that he has or hidden him away somewhere. Or he's just a meathead with no taste. Anyways, let's look at the can. This is a nice tall big boy, 16 ounces. You can hear that widget kind of kicking around in there. That's supposed to help control the head as you pour it into your glass. We'll see how well I do with that. But it's got a great design on the can here. Best enjoyed, poured into a glass. They proudly say on top here, we're gonna hold you to that, Guinness. We're gonna give you that advantage by pouring into a glass. They do have a harp on the can. I could potentially play the harp with my little rat fingers. I couldn't go too many strings. I'd have to stay in one location, but I'd pluck those strings. I'd pluck them good. Well, let's open it up. I'm interested to see if the widget makes the sound a little different, so let's have a moment of silence. Hey, there's some action going on there. I gotta say, that was worth it. Look at that silky cascade. And we're completely settled. You've got that beautiful dark color there, wonderful head on top. Now, I know it's not heavier than other beers, but it certainly feels heftier. Smells like wonderfully toasted, rich bread coming out of the oven. Hops are a little light. Not a lot of hops coming in. Just really smelling that toasted barley. Very nice. Smells like hot stew on a winter's night. An Irish meadow and bare knuckle brawling because someone insulted your sister's reputation. Boy, this really does take me back though, to journeys through Ireland. Not just trying their whiskeys, but their beautiful selection of beers and stouts. They certainly love their stouts there to survive those harsh, brutal winters. I tell you, I wasn't sleeping in my car then. Staying at the finest hotels Dublin had to offer. Good times. Bed and breakfast in Cork. Some very happy memories there. I did have Guinness with my breakfast a few times. Just like today. Only it is my breakfast. And I am very hungry. Gave plasma yesterday. So a little dizzy too. Well, let's give it a sip. Well, I'm drinking it today, so you get to be a silent co-star. Boy, that is a delightful, delightful flavor. A lot sweeter than you would think. A lot of people don't give Guinness the benefit of the doubt with being sweet, but it actually is a very malty, very sweet beverage. They just have some hops coming in at the end with a really nice, bitter but crisp finish. Not even sure how food deprived I can be, because I already feel full. Just from that one sip. Boy, that's nice. The toasted barley in there, such a nice feature. You can see that toasting that they give to the barley is what gives it that really deep, rich color. Barley is not this dark, but they toast the hell out of it. Could dip a marshmallow in this. That sounds delicious. They'd probably call it Irish s'mores. Just marshmallows dipped in Guinness. Yeah, the Guinness mustache. That was the only mustache I had up until the age of 26. Really, actually, until now as well. Just 9 short years later. I just don't grow a lot of facial hair. Keanu. Pre-John Wick. Who would be drinking this? Well, people who want to impress their friends by ordering a fancy imported beer as they struggle through it. A little bit more bitter than you thought, isn't it? Doesn't go down quite as smooth as Michelob Ultra, does it now, Steve? Nobody thinks you're fancy. Your 4-leaf clover tattoo over your ankle doesn't impress anyone. 1/8 Irish doesn't even exist. Doesn't even exist, bro. Feel like I'm in a Dropkick Murphys mosh pit. I feel like that would be a very dangerous mosh pit, you know? A drunk, angry, bare-knuckle brawling mosh pit. Not for me. I'm more of a Enya mosh pit person myself. Irish royalty, that lady is. Man, I could be drinking this all afternoon, listening to some U2. Maybe that's how Bono wrote all the songs. Just scarfing these bad boys down. He's a good Catholic boy. Oh, that Bono. He's a good one. I know your mother. I would pair this with something light. Maybe a grilled chicken Caesar salad or some beer nuts. But if you're feeling brave, maybe you pair it with a shepherd's pie. The beef and the lamb shepherd's pie. And some blood pudding. You just get it all in there fighting for territory. Much like the Irish and the English. One thing I wouldn't pair it with is another Guinness, because you don't have much room left after you drank the one. It is taking up space. Ooh. Yeah, this is the problem. I still like it, but it is heavy on the insides. Just like my heart. Gonna have to loosen my pants from all the bloating. Side note, happy birthday, Abby. Hope you're doing well. I hope you get everything you want. Cheers. It is pretty cool. I mean, I'm kind of interested to see what it looks like. Ow. Just a little piece of plastic. Press cat. Daddy has a little toy for you. Terrible ping pong ball. Hey. Well, for my rating, how can I give a beer that's been around since 1759 anything lower than an 84? Classic beer, plenty of flavor, and I think you'll enjoy it. And if you're like me, it's a great meal replacement on a budget. Who needs Slim Fast when you got Guinness? So let me finish this off and take a mid-morning nap.